What's up, everyone? So, Sunday I broke down the nickel 245 A gap mini scheme, and I wanted to bring you guys some gameplay footage. So, I'm going to do this a little bit differently than I've done other gameplays where I run offense and defense. Here, strictly defense. I'm trying to show you as much as I can pre-snap to lead up from the play selection to adjustments to how the results turn out in the field. So this one's all about defense, all about that nickel 245 double A gap mini scheme. So first things first, you're going to notice is I like to run coverage first. I get it. Blitzes are sexy. Everybody wants to have this cute double edge blitz or, B gap screamer, whatever you want to say. People love blitzes and nano blitzes because they think it's cute. You get the sack, a big play. Look, I get it. The key to me, though, is you play coverage, and then as the game progresses, especially in the second half, that's when you start to send the screamers at them. I feel like if you start showing your hand, showing your blitzes, showing that you can blitz out of certain formations, certain looks, too early in the game, then they're always going to be on notice about it. They're going to expect it. They're going to start blocking for it. And so what I would do in most of the situations, like here, 4th and 2, I hadn't showed this guy the blitz the entire game. I sent it on 4th and 2, get the deflection, turnover on downs. So in the first half, I generally will blitz every now and then just to kind of test them and see, how are they looking protection-wise. But most of the time, I want to just run coverage. I want to see what their best plays are. Who do they send out on what routes? Who do they leave in the block? All of that. So I get all that information, and I know when it comes down to crunch time in the second half, and I want to send heat, or here, like as soon as I get in the red zone, I send heat for only the second time the entire game. And notice, it was late in the first half that I know who they want to block. I know where their best routes are. I'm going to make my adjustments to lurk that, and then I'm going to scream at them. So it catches them off guard, 1, because you haven't been blitzing much all game. But then 2, I'm taking away their best routes because I know what they're doing and what they like to do based on just watching them when I drop back in coverage. Now guys, this scheme takes patience if you're going to play like that, because you know what? Usually your opponent's first drive, they're going to slowly dot you up the field and most likely, get a touchdown and put some points on the board. But hey, it's a long game. So you got to stay focused. If they throw the ball 10 times on the first drive and just slowly move upfield and eventually get a touchdown, it's worth it because you just got all those reads. You got to see all their best plays and what it takes for them to get points on the board. And that way, when comes time to send the heat, you're going to be good to go. Now, getting back specifically to nickel 245 A gap scheme, I feel like this does a lot better job at stopping the run than 146. So 146 has pretty much been my favorite pass defense all year long. I think it's the best coverage-wise, most balanced, easiest to set up. But, come on. If you guys are like me, if you see 146, you're at least going to try running on it. You're not just going to fold and say, oh, I'll just keep trying to pass against this all day. So what this does is you're basically showing 8. When that safety comes down on the box, you're showing all these guys up front. So I feel like it does a lot better job against the run. And so that's why I like it a little bit more than 146. I usually wouldn't run it like this guy in this next clip, which I'm only going to show you one drive because this game was absolutely nuts, guys. I'll break down the full game later on. This game was absolutely nuts. But this drive, he's running single back wing stack. And, you'll see he tried to run the ball a couple times. I did okay against the run, so he got out of it. But, if he was going to eye close or strong eye wing, then I probably just would have let it go and gotten 3-4 something else. But if your opponent's running a passing formation where they're trying to run too, man, I feel like this defense really does well against that. And so one other note I wanted to say here is I tried to get gameplay footage for you, but to that similar point, I kept playing people who are running strong eye wing, I-wing, I-tight, and I played probably at least 10 games. But I'm going out of town for Thanksgiving, so I was recording some plays in advance, looking forward to that. And probably to my wife's dismay, I was sitting playing so many games Sunday and yesterday, Monday, trying to get footage, and I just couldn't get enough footage. So I don't have just a ton of different gameplay clips from a bunch of different opponents. But thankfully, the first guy I played, the Cowboys clips you saw, he ran gun tight offset. Let me see, gun trips, gun bunch. This guy's running single back wing flex. And I have some more clips, actually, because I was just so desperate for clips. I happened to run into the same Cowboys player. You'll see here this next footage again. And because I'd played him already, he tried to run in completely new formations most of the game. So I didn't get the variety of opponents I normally would like to show you guys, but I at least got a variety of offenses, formations, and types of plays. So, I'm not a little premature saying this, but I hope you guys take something out of this, as we almost got the pick there. But you guys can at least see, how this defense works together. So again, most of my base plays, I'm talking about coverage earlier, I usually will run the cover 3. If I have time, I'll play underneath coverage and play over the top coverage. That way I have cloud flats to both the inside, nickel back, and safety. And then I'm getting a little used to it myself, but I like to man up one of the defensive ends, which, usually with a linebacker, use the right on the D-pad to do that. But in this formation, I use left on the D-pad because they're technically defensive linemen. But I like to man up one of these standing defensive linemen on either the tight end or a slot receiver, who I think is probably going to run a drag or maybe an in route. That way I kind of hope to take that away to let me roam more freely with the free safety. And guys, it's Madden 20. Here we're sending some of the heat. You're not going to stop somebody every single drive. So please, I hope you guys don't come into this video in a scheme thinking, man, I'm going to lock up somebody every single time I touch the ball. That's not the case. This year, and why I love it so much, is it's a chess match. Yes, you can completely lock somebody up, put a donut on the board, but you also could play great defense and have your opponent score every single drive. But the key is, at least in my opinion, you want to make your opponent work for it. I know it sucks when they just slowly move the ball downfield, especially in ranked games. They take, the whole first quarter and 2 minutes of the second quarter because you're just making them work every single play down the field. But trust me, that usually is going to pay off because that means your opponent is making tough reads. They're converting 3rd and longs or 4th downs, and eventually you're going to bust them and get a huge stop or turnover when it matters most. So that's my strategy here. I stick in the coverage, but then send that blitz when they're not expecting it. Or, like here, we're in 3rd and 14. I think you saw it the last drive this guy had. On 3rd and longs, I send the pressure. I do not wait for them to be able to ball me on some deep crossing route. I send the heat, and then I just man up and lurk whatever deep posts I usually can take away. So anyway, guys, this is the gameplay footage. This is going to be the last play. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's insightful. Let me know what you think below. Let me know how it's working for you, or if you have any questions or formations that you're having trouble stopping, and I'll catch you soon on the next video.